What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Episode 60. This is really just an episode of nothing but bad news, in theory. I guess the biggest news is my compressor died. I thought it was actually the pump that went out, but it seems like it might be the actual electric motor that went out. Everybody who saw this Champion compressor said that that would be the first one they'd ever seen go out or have the pump go out. And we changed belts, did some other things, and it still seems like it's maybe the electric motor now, not the pump. So I ordered in a new compressor, got a rotary. I don't remember. It's 56 CFM. It's got a 60-gallon tank, inline dryer, all that stuff. So that is, I believe, being delivered on the 7th or the 6th. I can't remember. 6th or 7th, one of those two. And hopefully it's almost three times as much air as I have now. So that should be quite a bit of an improvement. I'm going to get a bigger blasting pot as well to go with that so I can blast more surface area at once. Also looked at the idea of maybe building a blast room to do some of the bigger stuff as opposed to buying a giant cabinet. So I don't know. We'll see if that happens in the future. Other bad news is Super Chrome is delayed again, or the replacement for Super Chrome, whatever. My contact at Prismatic said that they're having a hard time getting the raw materials, and until they can get enough raw materials to make a ton of that, they're not going to commit to saying it's available. So, it's good on them. Be a bummer for them to have to change this again in 2 months when they run out of raw materials or whatever. That's actually kind of the end of the bad news. Most of the rest of this is good news. Sorry, I'm looking at my list over here. One of the things I wanted to announce, I guess kind of going forward, and I'm setting up the site to be able for you guys to purchase these right now, but I'm going to start offering guns, 2 different powder coating units, box fed, and then ones with hoppers. And then there's going to be 2 different hoppers that come with it, essentially like a 2 and a 3 pound hopper. I'm also going to offer hoppers in other sizes, as well as a different type of hopper that I'm also going to be making, which we'll get to those in just a second. These guns are replicas of the Gemma units, the Optiflex 2s. But kind of how I came to the conclusion of doing this is, I got a couple guns in to do the gun testing with, and using those, I found 4 that are identical, which you guys will see. Performance-wise, appearance-wise, setup-wise, are all identical. So, because those 4 particular units were working extremely well, 3 of them being Chinese, 1 of them not, I contacted the manufacturer of I contacted the manufacturer of all 3 Chinese units, and I basically told them that I had an issue with the gun that I had recently got from them, obviously. And 2 of them, all 3 replied. 2 took a while. 1 of them replied immediately, asked what the problem was. I made up something because obviously there was no problem. They ended up going back and forth with me through a messenger service, actually, not even email, and offering to send parts to replace what they thought was the issue. So for me, that was like a big customer service thing. So I decided to start talking to them about potentially offering guns. There's a little changes that I wanted done, for what we're going to be calling like the guns I'm selling. There's aesthetic changes, which don't really matter. Obviously, they're black and gold as opposed to most of them are yellow or white or sometimes a weird blue color. These ones are all black with like gold metallic as like the finish on the unit. The guns are black. All the accessories that we could make gold are now gold. So not real gold, obviously. Most of them are just anodized. Then I think the stickers on the side are all done in like a metallic gold from what I've seen. I have 10 of the units coming here now. They're coming out of China, about 10 at once. I brought in 3 without hoppers and 3 with hoppers and 7 that are box fed. So a couple of those are already spoken for. These are people that have contacted me and asked about gun stuff. I think 4 or 5 of those actually now are sold. So there's still going to be 5 left. So actually, I'm going to take 1. So that's not true. There's going to be 4 left. I think there's 2 with hoppers, and must be 2 box-fed ones as well. So I'm also going to stock tons of replacement parts and extras, tons of extra tips, cones, new hoses, any of the parts that potentially could go bad that are easy just for you to replace if you're even moderately mechanical. I'm going to be stocking all of that stuff as soon as those ones get here. I'm actually already looking at placing another order, but I want to make a video and let some of you guys know about it in case you were looking to buy a gun. They're great deals. They're under $2,000 shipped. Actually, they're pretty well under $2,000 shipped. Come with lots of extra parts as well, lots of extra tips and accessories. The other big thing, I guess, is with the downtime of no compressor, which I guess I'm in the middle of fixing the compressor now. But until the other one gets here, it's allowed me to do more of the gun testing than we had planned to get done all at once. So I've been able to knock through a bunch of that. So expect those episodes to start popping up. I would say probably in mid-August will be the first one, and I'm going to try to do. Looking at the timeline now, we're going to have to break it into 6 different episodes that are all 20 to 25 minutes apiece. So that gives us like the most coverage, thorough, explaining of everything, what they come with, what they don't come with. We did some spraying with the factory settings and their recommendations, and then the changes that I made, and sprayed the same type of part with the same color. And so expect those to be coming. I would say like second week of August is probably when I start putting the first one out, and then those ones will be kind of rapid fire because we're doing them kind of in order all at the same time anyway. So new hoppers. I've been getting asked by people who want the hoppers that look like this. Or this is the top of the hopper, obviously, but they fit the 1 and 2 pound jars. I guess Columbia doesn't make those anymore. They only make the new one. I've had tons of people ask me if I could make them or sell them or tell them how to make them, whatever. So I'm going to put up a tutorial about how to make them yourself, and then I'm also going to sell them so you guys have the option. There'll be a complete unit, jar, everything. So you can, literally just start up with this as opposed to the other units that I think the other units have one tube that's shorter, and then this tube in the center is completely different. But I don't use those ones, so I don't really know. This is apparently the old style. Stickers and shirts. I've had a bunch of you asking me about merch because I've been posting pictures and stuff like that on some of the different social medias and here on YouTube as well on the communities page. Shirts and stickers will be up on my website, which I'm going to link here, but the actual website doesn't go live until Friday. It's actually Friday at midnight, I think is what he told me. But they'll be there. There's going to be 5 different shirt styles. I'm actually working on, I think, 2. I'm probably going to do 2 more overall, but both of those are ones that have already existed. So I think 4 out of the 7 total will be shirts that I've done in the past, and 3 of them are brand new. Going to be fairly limited on size and quantity. I'm not going to make like a shit ton of each one, but I will be making a bunch no matter what. If we get one that's like a really good seller, of course I'll just order more of that. So, and then stickers. I know some of you guys saw that I posted this one up. This was actually just a sample like test trying to see what this would look like on this holographic with just black ink. So I have 2 different stickers come in. Those will be on the website as well in the shop section of just unknowncoatings.com. You'll be able to pick up shirt stickers. That's probably where I'm going to end up putting the guns and hoppers and all that stuff as well. But I haven't figured that part out yet entirely. So at least merch will be there for now, and we'll figure the rest out as it comes in. If you guys are looking to buy a gun and have a budget that's going to allow for, I don't want to give too much information about the gun testing that we've been doing, but this is a pro level gun. It is doing the exact same thing as a gun that was $4,200. So these guns will be less than that. Come with great warranty, come with lots of parts. Like I said, and I'll be stocking all the extra stuff that goes with those. So, yeah, I guess if you're looking to purchase a gun, just contact me. I'll put all my contact information down in the description below, and it'll also be here at the end of this video. I'm going to throw in some random powder coating right now just so there's something of work in here. I have a bunch of work, but this compressor being down has had me doing a bunch of other crazy things trying to get it up and going. So throw some powder coating in here. I don't even remember what projects are in here. They're whatever. It'll be next to my phone. So enjoy that. Expect episode 61 to be tomorrow. What is that? Wednesday. So see ya. thing I forgot, Patreon. I've had a bunch of people recommend that I do a Patreon. This has been on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I've gotten messages. I got an email about it the other day. I'm down to do Patreon, but I don't necessarily know what you guys want on there or how much I could charge for it. I know how it works, but like I've never had to deal with it. So if you guys think a Patreon's a good thing, I mean, I could do like packages that include merch and then whatever else I can offer. I know some YouTubers do videos, like you have access to the video earlier than everybody else. I don't really think that's worth paying money for, obviously. So give me some ideas if you want to see that. And as always, if you have other ideas for videos, I know there's been some in the comments lately that I've written down and will be doing. But if you guys have any ideas for videos that you want to see or how-tos or questions that I have to answer in long form and they take part of an episode, let me know. We'll knock it out. I feel like I could start a series of YouTube videos that's like things that powder coaters and wheel builders should not do. This would be pretty high on the list. So the reason I'm showing you this weird ass wheel is this wheel was resealed with JB Weld. That's what this is. JB Weld. So not ideal. To be clear, this did not hold up. This is here to be fixed, or disassembled and resealed, which is what I'll be doing. Okay, let's hit this just wire brush, wire wheel on a drill, essentially, just to see. And yeah, safe to say this was never gonna seal. I'm gonna assume that I could probably peel this whole thing off. I don't care if I do or not, but the weird part is it's got decent silicone underneath it. So it's like somebody just put this directly on top of decent silicone. I'm guessing that it was already leaking though, because I mean, there's no reason they would have resealed this. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so I got this thing all cleaned up. This is kind of unique though. So this barrel was originally welded to a different lip. It was cut the right way. You can tell it was cut on a lathe. It's a nice perfect cut. Then this lip was put on. They left a bunch of the weld on here, so the seam, I don't know if, oh yeah, you can see how small this seam is. So I'm gonna seal it. I'm gonna go through and seal it up. This thing's all ready to go. And just hope that this actually works. I mean, I've done it like this before, but this is not, normally I would take this weld and smooth it all out, like round it down at a bare minimum just so you had a little bit more area for silicone, but the concept's the same. We're still just plugging a hole essentially with silicone. I'll be using, I call it the push method. I'm sure there's not a name. I just make that up. But this kind of shoves silicone down into the little gap that's there. Same thing if you do it with your finger, same thing's gonna happen. This just helps start that process a little bit, I guess ultimately the less silicone you can have, the better. This is not the ideal way. It's not the preferred way for me to do this. Got that all done. Take our squeegee. Man, I'm doing a different part. It might be in the same video, I don't necessarily know, but I sprayed powder on a couple of the beer bottles that I told you guys about. And I guess one thing I should mention about doing those beer bottles is clean them. Clean them really well inside, because I mean, they were, you know, dry, empty, cap was off, hadn't really been used in months, obviously. And man, you put them in the oven and the smell that it creates is absolutely horrendous. So, this is a free pro tip. All my pro tips come free. Okay, get this thing all sealed up. Let it cure probably just overnight and throw a tire on and test it, make sure it's holding air. Definitely looks better now. There's no JB weld, so, you know.